welcome, everybody to Inside the Booth. Oh, yeah, that's what you're watching right now. And I am your host, Dan the Law Arena. And tonight we have Oya with us again. She's going to be being my co host. And we love co hosts, don't we, everybody? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, here we are. Woo. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for showing up. You know, uh, for those who are here, and for those who are going to watch this afterwards, thanks for watching afterwards because this is going to be a great, fun show. Oh, yeah. So, tonight we are talking about, if you don't know, tonight we're talking about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. It came out just what was it, a couple months back, and it's a good movie. Good movie. I liked it. I
Yeah.
liked it.
It's a great movie.
It's a good.
I'm a big
Yeah, it's a
fan.
good animation. Yeah, I'm a fan too. Good
Finally, a good
animation.
animation.
You know, I say on the thing. Does Disney have competition? I think so. I think Disney's got great
Oh,
competition now.
definitely.
Not just with DreamWorks, Puss in Boots, but also with the Illumination movie of Mario, Super Mario Brothers. So
Yeah.
that's fabulous. So
Disney's
I
got a
don't know.
fight on their hands.
Oh yeah, they do, and I don't know what they're doing, and their stories are not as good. This is also a fairy tale movie, and it's not as good as I mean. I like the old Disney stuff, fairy tale stuff. That was fun to watch. And now they're just like throwing all this woke stuff in there. And I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
liking it. I'm not liking
Yeah,
it.
no.
I'm not liking what they're doing to
um,
their own audience, to their own
I
people. A
think
lot of people are leaving
it's
Disney.
definitely damaging their brand for sure. I
Yeah.
don't I don't really I don't really like that, but like I think they're gonna either need to hire new writers or like less down on the virtue signaling,
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Exactly.
Because like they
But
should just
if
focus on
they're
the story.
right, but if they're hiring people that write in that virtual signaling stuff, the woke stuff, right?
Right.
If they're hiring people like that, will those people know not to do it because they're losing money? Or will they just say, oh, you know what? I got a platform now and this is what I'm going to do no matter what?
Honestly, it's coming like
That's a question.
I would say it's coming from the top down. So I don't really think the artists have much to say in what gets actually put into the movies,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Corin Pattern Ghost says, uh,
Oh,
oh, they totally do. Disney seems to want to just keep the status quo and watch their company burn to the ground.
it does
Yeah,
seem like it.
it does seem like it, and it is not. I don't know. It's not working. I mean, because if that goes away, then there goes Disney World, and then Disneyland, and then what? And then we got. Well,
The
Is DreamWorks going to take over and call it
well,
DreamWorks Land or something?
Illumination
Oh,
might take it over with
yeah, there you
the
go.
Nintendo World, right? Because they
Right.
have that huge park for Nintendo in Florida, right?
I think so. Yeah, and don't they have a
Or one in
Nintendo
Japan. I'm
Japan?
not
Yeah, I
sure.
was going to say they have one in Japan too, don't they?
I think
So
so.
so yeah, um, I don't know. Will we see the fall of Disney? That's my question. The
Well,
fall of
we'll
like
see. Actually, I'm here for it. I want to
yeah.
see what happens.
I want to see what happens too. Definitely, so it's strange world we live in. But as they say, uh, or yeah, as they say, you go woke, you
You
go
go
broke.
broke.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You go broke.
It's true. It's true. Well, I think that's why the Mario and Puss in Boots were so successful
I think so.
because
Yeah.
they're more focused on the art than uh, activism.
Yeah. Which is good. We like the art.
Yeah, I
So
do. I love
yeah,
art.
I mean, I mean, this scene got me good, for
Yeah.
sure. This was a great part of the movie. I I don't know. This is my first time watching. I didn't see it in theaters,
Okay.
and it was good. I was
I didn't
like,
see it in
wow.
theaters either. I
Oh, you
feel
didn't?
like I wish I did, because
Hmm.
I knew it was coming out, and I really was like, okay, I need to either
Yeah,
like
I mean,
I didn't know if it was gonna be good or not. And then like I heard
right?
all the good reviews and people
Yeah,
saying how good it was. Then it got me curious. I'm like, is it really that good? And then I
right, right.
and then I
Because
went and
it's Puss
watched
in
it, and I'm
Boots. I
like,
mean,
oh
yeah, because
yeah, right.
we've seen Shrek, we've seen Puss in Boots, we even see the series on Netflix.
Right,
It's like,
right.
okay, what else can they do for Puss in Boots?
Yeah, Puss in
Uh,
Boots.
and then all of a sudden they come out with like this amazing banger. I don't know.
Yeah,
Every
definitely.
show they really worked on this one for sure. You could tell.
Yeah. There's love. There's love in that story.
There is. What's up, Miss Martin Muse? How you doing?
um, yep.
Yeah. DreamWorks is more. I'm guessing he's talking about DreamWorks more focused on actually entertaining audience without shoving politics down
Yep.
our throats. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for sure. It's it's nice to see movies that don't shove politics down your throats because those are the movies that are making the money. And
Well,
I don't.
John,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna
John
say?
Wick is making a lot of money, and all it is just action.
Right, right. Just shoot 'em up stuff.
And then
What was
that's
it?
basically most of the whole plot.
Right, and Top Gun. That wasn't
Top Gun,
political.
yeah.
That wasn't political at all, and that was a good movie. You know, of course, it was kind of military style, so they had to have some politics in there, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
the
It was
politics
good
today.
too.
Yeah, it wasn't politics today. It was just
I
normal.
I just think the writing is just they need to focus on the
Yeah,
writing, not
yeah, for sure,
so
for sure.
much shoving stuff in.
Yeah. So with that rant, let's start off with the plot of this movie. Do you want to go first
So
on the plot?
basically, the
Yeah, go ahead.
plot is about Puss trying to save uh him, like his village or his town.
I think
No,
it's
I don't think
more
he did. No, it
I
was
think
more like,
he's trying to
sorry.
save his ego. I think in this one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, more so his ego and his
Right.
and his fame and you know basically that's it. He didn't want to
Well, he
become.
didn't want to die,
Yeah, he didn't want to die. He was on his.
basically.
So spoilers ahead, everybody. For those who know us here inside the booth, we're
Oh
always
yeah, and should
spoiling
I not
things.
spoil anything
No, 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 no,
or
no. We can. We're
okay.
gonna spoil it. Just letting everybody know that we do spoil things, and most people do know. So he is basically he died in the beginning of the movie, and he's on his last life now. That was
Right,
like
that's
his
right.
eighth death because cats have 9 lives. And that's kind of cool that they put that in the whole Puss in Boots cat thing. It's funny. So he's on his last life and he doesn't know what to do, and then all of a sudden, death comes for him in the image of a wolf. Right? Isn't that what that was? A wolf?
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's a
think it's a wolf.
lobo or wolf.
Yeah, yeah. And so
But
there he is.
that's
And
the other thing that I did like was uh they did keep true to like it's kind of like a Mexican folktale, or like there was a lot of uh you know what I mean, like
yeah,
references to Mexico.
right, right. A lot of Spanish stuff in
Yeah, yeah.
there. So basically, he's on his last life, and then now all of a sudden, uh, he gets cut by this guy, and he realizes that if he dies, that's the end of him. He's no more. And so he just goes to go live out his one last life as a poor old cat that has nothing left to offer people, you know.
It's like we're
Because he's
retired
down.
people's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, retired cat place, you know. And he's down on himself and stuff like that because, you know, he's not immortal anymore, and he realizes that. And then he hears about this wishing star, a map to the wishing star that he can wish for his 9 lives back, and then he can be the legend and the arrogant cat that he always was. You know, only loving himself. Like in the movie, she's like, you know, I can never compete with your first love, and he goes, "Who's that?" And she said, "It's yourself." And he's like, "Oh, okay," you know, like he didn't realize that, you know, he was the problem. And then in the end, um, which is also an allegory, he kind of redeems himself. He comes to uh, realize that all he needs is one life and be a good person, good cat, not a person because they're cats, a good cat, good friend, a good, you know, maybe a husband, and maybe just be the best he can be without knowing that he might die one day, you know, um, instead of invincible kitty cat. So, here, I like this scene. That was funny. Where he's given
The
the
cute
trust me
stuff.
eyes. Yeah, the cute trust me eyes, and
That's
then, you
classic
know,
Puss in Boots.
yeah, yeah, and then you got the. And then Kitty Softpaws does the same thing, and then the little doggy. He's so funny in this movie.
Arrow.
He's like so much cuteness overload, and then he faints. You know, it was hilarious. So yeah, the plot's good. I give it a point for sure.
I would
And
give a
I
point.
just, yeah, you give it a point too. All right, all
Hmm.
right. So now we're off at the plot, starting off with 2 points. Woohoo! Um, let's get into the acting of this beautiful movie.
I thought it was
And
good.
the acting, you know, you have Antonio Banderas, you got that lady he plays with in movies. What's her name? Kitty Softpaws, the girl that talked for Kitty Softpaws. I
Let
can't
me see.
remember her
Hold
name.
on.
Um,
Salama
yeah,
Hayek?
I was just thinking. Yeah, that's who it is. Salama
I don't.
Hai
I don't.
Haik,
I don't know how to
whatever.
pronounce her name. Sorry if I
Goldilocks is
butchered it.
played by, yeah, right.
I
Goldilocks is
thought
played by
Goldie.
Florence Pug. Pug, right? Is that how you say it?
I
I
don't
think
know.
so. Um,
Let me see.
but yeah, Goldilocks was good. Um,
I thought Goldilocks was kind of mean.
oh,
A
at
little
first she
bit.
was. She was kind of mean. You know, she was kind of like an
Kind of mean to the bears,
antagonist
if you
of the.
ask me.
Right. Yes, that was Kitty Softpaws. Thank you, Corwin. We don't know how to pronounce her last name though, or her first name probably.
Probably
um,
messed up both names.
yeah, that's it. Desperado Reunion. Yes, that's it. You know, good movie too. Anyways, yeah. So Goldilocks started off as kind of like a somewhat of an antagonist in the beginning, and then toward the end, she realized, because they all want this wishing star, you know, they want to wish upon the star, you know, and
Yeah.
because they all want something that they feel like they didn't have or they need or something like that, which is, in the movie, it's like being selfish. You know, they all want this thing because they all want to be selfish. And I love, what is his name? The thumb guy, the big
Jack
guy.
Horner?
Yeah, Jack Horner.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
call him Big Jack Horner. So Little Jack Horner, the nursery rhyme. The Big Jack Horner there. I love that when Jiminy Cricket comes
Oh
up.
yeah, I like the whole
He's
Jiminy
like,
Cricket thing. I'm
and
your
Jiminy Cricket's
conscience.
like, yeah, I'm your conscience. He's like, that's a puppy. You're gonna really kill a puppy? Well, I can't be your conscience anymore. This is really bad. You're a bad person.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
So that, man, this
He's like,
this
I don't
movie,
think I could be your friend.
yeah. It's, man,
Um,
this movie is really good. Yeah, so Yeah, so Jiminy Cricket leaves, and then all because Jack Horner's like, I want magic to rule the world, you know. And what's nice is that he's one of those classic bad guys where you
Yeah,
don't
he was
really
just bad.
sympathize. Yeah, he was just bad. You don't
Just
sympathize.
bad.
Yeah, you don't sympathize for this guy because he's not one of those bad guys that, you know, like Disney's been taking bad guys and making them look like, oh, they're really just kind of good guys, just bad lifestyle. No,
Right.
this is a
What?
bad guy, you know, and a bad
Like
guy who's a bad guy
legitimately.
who, yeah,
Yeah.
and he needs what is coming to him, a bad thing, you know, which is very nice. They don't have these in movies anymore today, and I am so
Yeah.
glad they have this in this movie. You know, he's just a bad
Sometimes
guy.
people are just bad people.
Yeah, exactly. And they're so far down the road, you can't really, you know, sympathize for
Yeah,
them.
there was no coming back for him.
No,
Doesn't
no,
seem like there would be a redemption
definitely
arc
not. No,
for him at
definitely
all.
not. No, definitely not. And I'm glad they wrote it like that because,
Yeah,
you know, all these newer movies are kind of getting into the whole, oh yeah, they're bad, but
I'd feel
are they
bad
really
for
bad?
them.
Yeah, feel bad for the bad guy, and you're
It's
like,
like,
no,
why? I don't really
this is
want to
a
feel
bad
bad for
guy.
him.
Let him be a bad guy, and you know, he gets his comeuppance, and we just love that. Um, so it was cool. This was really it was a good movie. I loved it, and the acting was great. And I know
Yeah,
it's voice acting, and the way they did it was
I
great. You could
thought
hear it
all
in
the
their
voice
voice.
acting was good.
Yeah, and it definitely looked like how they animated it with the voices. It looked like it was spot on. Like that's
Yeah,
how they would have
yeah.
acted in real life. You know. So it was good, man.
The animation was fantastic too.
Speaking of animation, we are now getting into cinematography. But I'm guessing you give acting a point. I give acting a point.
I give a
So,
point. Yeah, yeah.
um, so
I
let's
give
segue into
cinematography a point.
yeah, let's segue into cinematography. This is really good. I like how and how they didn't use that motion blur effect really too much. It was
Hmm.
more of like, you know, it was kind of like what's it, Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. You know how they did the skip framing stuff
Yeah, so
when they
the
fought in a couple of in
yeah,
some of these scenes. Yeah. Oh
I
man, that
like
was
how
good.
they did it in some of them, but not the whole
Not the whole
time,
thing. Right.
which
Right.
I thought that was a better use of the. It was used really well during, I guess, more of the action scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there was a
Yeah.
fight, it was being used, or if something crazy is happening, they used it.
Yeah.
I really liked that they combined the two types of animation,
Yeah.
changed the timing of it.
Yeah.
And
It
yeah,
was.
it's
I think it
definitely
was
probably
wonderfully
a
done.
Spider-Man, Spider-Verse homage, maybe
Right. Right.
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And it's great. I
Hmm.
enjoyed how it looked.
I liked it when
Now
towards
for
the
you
end
for
of the
you
oh,
right, I was gonna say you know, finish your saying because you might forget it. Go ahead. Say it.
uh towards the
Toward
end of
the
the
end.
movie where there's the shot where the Death and Puss in Boots are fighting. I really liked that one camera angle where he's like running towards the screen, and then you see Puss run towards the screen as well. But they had a like kind of a crazy camera angle that they did it in. It was like a really cool looking shot.
Yeah, yeah, they
I
did.
really like that.
Now what I was gonna say was you being partly in the animation field, how
Hmm.
did you and you do lighting and stuff, how did you like the lighting in this movie? Um
It's good. It's
yeah, is it
definitely different. I don't know. I'm not sure what programs they use. I think they probably have a proprietary program that they would use, but from what I saw, it's great. Like it's it's not just clean, beautiful Pixar looking animation, right? It had its own
right,
style, which I
right.
thought was really good. So but it wasn't just like DreamWorks style either. It's like you can definitely see that people at DreamWorks were coming up with their own kind of new look and style for this movie in particular, which I
Yeah.
think is great. It's like awesome. CG studios should be doing that, trying to find new looks, new styles, push creativity to the max.
Yeah, for sure. And I like how they kept the drawing style of like Puss in Boots, and they kind of
Yeah,
kept him
it
looking the
was
same
it
and
was
everything.
almost cartoony,
Hmm.
but it wasn't like too realistic either, which I thought was
Right, which
cool.
was nice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
liked that. I liked that. That was very nice too,
it was a
for
good
sure.
art style. It was a whoever they hired for the art
Yeah,
style, they
must have
created
been
character
some
design.
guy
Good
who.
job.
Yeah, it must have been. You know what? You know who it was. I don't know exactly who it was, but it was probably a guy who was working for, like Disney, Marvel, and he's like,
Yeah,
you know what? I don't like this woke stuff. I'm just gonna go and see what DreamWorks has for me, and so that's
I don't
probably what it
know.
was.
I don't
I,
know.
I don't
Maybe.
know either, but that could be. So if anybody knows, put it in the description, put it in the comments or in the chat if you really know who the artist was for the art style and stuff. And let us know if it was maybe someone who worked at a different studio and
I'm
decided
sure
to.
it was somebody who worked at a different studio.
I'm sure too.
But cause it's usually like if they get done with one job, they'll just move on to the next company, kind of.
Right. And
So
whoever this artist was, or whoever helped put it all together, I think they need more credit. I think a lot of the animators need
true.
more credit. Like you, Oya, you need more credit. I think I think you all should get paid more than the maybe even the same amount as the actors because you guys put the movie together. It's
No,
it's not
actors
just.
get paid ridiculously more.
Well, I know that, but they shouldn't. I
Oh,
mean, anybody can do a voice.
they go to school for that.
Yeah,
Like
you know.
it's hard. I couldn't. I don't know. I don't think I could just go into voice acting overnight.
Right. Well, anybody probably couldn't. Um, Corin says, "My wife and I watched it around Christmas. The Jiminy Cricket just makes the movie even better." Yes, it
Yeah.
does. um, I admittedly watched the movie because orange tabbies are my favorite cats. Oh,
I liked
that's
how they
good.
had the black
And
cat too.
yeah, yeah. What's her name? Kitty Soft Paws.
Mhm.
Hello, Culture Crusade. How you doing? Yeah, it's Kitty Soft Paws. A lot of
Definitely cute.
VFX people worked on the Marvel movies who are leaving because of crappy working conditions. You never know. Yeah, that's true. You never know. It might be. And DreamWorks probably had a better deal. Same with Illumination there. They probably had a better deal.
It's
So
crazy because
people probably.
Illumination's in France, so it's like I don't know. I probably don't know anybody who worked on that.
Oh, that's crazy. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's in
Huh.
France.
I
Who
didn't know they were in
knew?
France. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's a French company, Illumination.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that means, oh, that's cool though. You know, and yeah. Anyways, that's a different movie. Let's talk about it
Sorry,
another
sorry.
time. No, it's okay.
But
It was
DreamWorks
a
is
good movie.
definitely in California.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, everybody, Super Mario Brothers was a good movie. Just to let everybody know.
I liked it.
Um, yeah, me too. What else? Yeah, so here's the little doggy.
Pero.
I loved, yeah, whatever his name was, yeah, and I loved how Puss in Boots grew a
It's
beard.
like
I
they
mean, that was fun.
I liked how they were like two completely opposite characters and they had to like function together.
Yeah,
Like the
exactly.
dog was in my opinion completely crazy and then Puss in Boots is like having a midlife crisis and you put the two
Right,
together it's pretty funny.
right. Yeah, but the dog was always looking on the bright side of life,
Yeah, he was too
even with the bad
optimistic.
things that yeah, even with the bad things that happened to him, he was always like, "Oh, it's okay though. Life is
I
good,"
liked it when
which
he
is
opened
kind
the
of
map.
nice.
when he opened the map and it was all good stuff, and they're like, "What the
Yeah,
heck?"
yeah, it was
Like,
all
do you
like
have any problems?
rainbows and flowers. Yeah,
And and then when he like explained how they tried to kill him, basically, but he like
yeah,
said it in such a positive way that
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
like,
It
dude,
was
they tried to
Titus.
kill you, and he's like, oh, it's okay. It's just like, wow, dude, wake up a little.
I know, but he always had a
But
positive
it was
outlook.
really
Kept people.
funny. Good
It
character.
was. Oh yeah, definitely.
He's like, rub my
Good
belly.
jokes. Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
belly had a little scar on it and stuff.
I
It
don't
was
even know.
funny.
I don't even want to know how he got that scar.
Yeah, it was like he's like one of those little ugly dogs that are cute, you know.
No,
I don't know if anyone
I think
you don't
all
know.
little dogs I don't like. The little tiny ones, I'm always like, you look like a rat running around.
Oh,
Seriously.
that's probably what it was. One of those rat. um, but definitely was that was fun. Those scenes were fun. Um,
hmm
Anonymous, how you doing? Said he glad he gets to catch the stream.
Hello.
Oh man, so yeah, that was cinematography. So I give it a point. Do you give it a point?
I give it a point for sure. I
All
thought it
right,
was great.
right.
I
Yeah, it
hope
was
they
good
make a
storytelling.
sequel. It's got to be a sequel to that. It was too good
Well,
not to
this
be.
well, this
I'm
was a
actually
sequel. If you think about it, you know.
I'm not sure how much it made in the box office, but I kind of want to see how much it made because I think it made a lot more than people were expecting it to.
Right. It
I think.
very well could have. It probably made more money after the box office too. You know, because I mean, I know I just rented it to watch it for this, and I'm glad I did. You know, so it's still making money. Um, yeah, it's like because Shrek was good. All the Shrek movies were kind of decent,
I watched all of them.
and it's like,
I
yeah,
think I don't know when it got to like 4 and 5. I think I like was like, nah,
yeah,
I'm
that was
okay.
yeah.
It's too
First
many.
one was probably the best.
I liked the second one because of that hero song.
Oh yeah.
That's like my favorite of all time. Like I remember me and my when you had a CD player, we would listen to it like I would listen to that one song like nonstop because it was great.
Shrek
Ah, I got
5
Shrek
vibes
5.
from the way the movie ended. You know what I got out of it? I don't know if anybody's ever seen the
Oh
good, the bad,
yeah,
and the good, the bad, the ugly.
it's on
It
my
had it
list of movies to
definitely. Is
watch.
it on your list? You should watch it. Toward the end, when the fight scene is in the good, the bad, the ugly,
I
where
don't know,
everybody's
haven't.
just kind of on different sides and they're looking at each other and stuff. It's
Mhm.
definitely kind of it seems a little bit like that. It's definitely got some Western feel to some of this movie.
Oh
Sometimes,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, definitely. When Death
So,
was fighting the cat or
mhm,
Boots or Puss in Boots,
right.
uh that was pretty good. Like
Oh, it was. It
that was
was
kind of like I
a
don't know. I
showdown.
really
It was like
what
a
I
showdown.
what I loved was like how completely like terrifying and evil that I thought evil Death
Mhm.
was, and I was like, finally, an evil character.
Right.
It wasn't just like, oh, he's kind of scary.
Right, right. Well,
He was
definitely
terrifying to
he
me.
was creepy. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
He was like one of those creepy Western bad guys, where he's got that low, deep, hoarse voice. And
yeah. He's
he's like,
very deep voice.
"Oh, I'm gonna come get you." Like
Yeah,
very intimidating for
I was
sure.
intimidated.
Um, and then his weapon, that was intimidating
The
weapon.
sights,
Yep.
yeah, you
Yep.
don't see those used as weapons ever.
No, exactly. And then
And
at
he
the
like spun them around like they were guns in a
yeah,
way.
yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
it was definitely had a Western feel. And
Yeah.
toward the end, when he's fighting uh, Puss in Boots, he's like, "You know what? You just ruined this for me. Where's the cat that I came for?" Basically, because
Yeah,
he
interesting.
changed. He changed it, which goes into allegory, but we'll catch that later. but yeah, it's so cool. This movie was definitely had it was like a roller coaster watch. You kind of sit on the edge. Ooh, what's going to happen? Ooh, and for a kids movie, I was
I
I
feel
I was intrigued.
I feel like more like what you said earlier when it's like he was like another villain that was actually a villain.
Right,
And it
right.
was just like, oh, well, finally a real villain.
Yeah,
Yay.
right, exactly. Exactly.
Which is
Yeah,
weird
so
because it's like you don't want villains, but they did a good job portraying it.
oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely.
Hmm.
He was good. He was good. This whole movie's good, everybody. If you haven't seen it yet, you guys should watch it. It's
Definitely
really
check it
decent,
out.
you know. Um so since it's 30 minutes in, I'm going to just do a quick commercial break for all of you out there, you know. Um Like always, if you love what we do here at Inside the Booth, you can help support us. The best way is to share, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel.
Want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding.
And when you ding that bell, you get notified with other content that gets put out there. Usually, you're supposed to get notified. I have rang the bell on a few things on my own, and sometimes I don't get notified. So I don't know the best way to get notified or to just come periodically and check us up, make sure you're caught up with our content, because we go live every Tuesday and Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we also post, like trailer reaction videos and a little bit of other types of videos here and there. So if you guys don't catch us all the time, make sure you check us up once in a while and say, oh, let me check out Inside the Booth, make sure I'm caught up with what they're talking about or whatever. So that those are good ways to support us. Another good way is if you have $1 a month, you can support us over on Patreon page, and that helps us to grow. And one day we want to become a bigger company and maybe pay people to do stuff like this. But right now, obviously we love you all, so we're going to keep pushing and keep grinding. So here we are. And then one more way to support us.
What
Just
is
one more.
this place? What is it that you do here?
Merchandising. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So yes, merchandising helps a lot too. And if you don't know, go to www.insidethebooth.tv.com/shop and get yourself basically anything in there that you want. Obviously, the off sites have more than what the website has on it, but you could start off where the website is, like if you want to buy a mug or a t-shirt or a hoodie, and then you can branch out from there and see what else we have out there. We do, what do we do? Goodness, I can't even remember because I go straight to the website for merchandising. Anyways, you get the idea. All right. Oh, this better be a commercial for Soylent Green. Yeah, just for you, Anonymous. Just for you.
You gotta tell them Silent Green is people!
All right, there you go, Anonymous. I hope I helped you out. I hope you loved what we just did for you. Yeah, Soylent Green is people. Share it, everybody. So share our content, everybody. Make sure everybody knows, who we are and what we do. We are up to 1,016 subscribers. So
Hey.
thank you for that. We're not going to do a celebration until we get monetized. I know 1,000
Ah.
is something hot and everybody wants to get up to 1,000. But I want to get that monetization. Then we're going to do a huge celebration, which
When
is
will you know
only,
if you're monetized or not?
you have to have 4,000 watch hours. And
Oh.
right now we're at 3,794 watch hours.
Ah,
We only have about 200 more watch hours to go. So if you guys obviously love what we do and you want to help us get to that monetization because you can't maybe give us $1 a month, or maybe you can't buy a t-shirt, just watch our stuff. There's plenty of playlists that we have. Watch our stuff maybe throughout the night or throughout the day. Put it on mute and just let it run. That helps us.
Or just listen to it.
Yeah, or you can just listen to it. But I know some people, they probably get tired of listening to us, so they putting it on mute will help too. If you got other things to do. But if you don't have anything to do and you just want to sit in front of your computer, you can watch us all day if you want. We got over, I think, almost 400 videos. So yeah, you can watch us all day and all night. Or you can watch one video a day for a whole year.
There's so much on YouTube to watch.
I know. There is. You'll put more. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you. Help us out. Thank you, guys. So back to the show. We just did cinematography for you guys. I feel like there should be something when we come back to the show after that commercial break. Like some kind of, I don't know, here.
There you go.
Okay, back to the show. Thanks for coming back, guys. I don't know. So yeah, so now we are on the music of the movie.
Right.
Which, do you want to go first on this one?
I thought it was good. I'm sorry, I don't have much to say for the music.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree with you. The music was good. It fit the scenes. Yeah. I love the wolf, the death when he comes in. He does that whistle.
Yeah, that whistle is awesome.
And it's like, oh, this is creepy. It's getting creepier, and it was a good feeling. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It was a good feeling, but it was cool, man. So the music was great in this. It definitely, helped the movie go along faster. It helped the pacing. It helped,
the wolf
it
whistling.
did what it was supposed to do. The wolf whistling was awesome. Even if it was just wolf whistling, I think that
was the whole movie. I would just.
That
watch
was the
it.
whole movie. Yeah, I would watch it anyways too. Yeah, for sure.
That wolf needs his own movie.
He does. Death needs his own movie.
Yeah,
for sure.
That would be sick. I want to know his backstory. How did he become the Death?
Right? Yeah. How did he become Death? Yeah. And if you notice, he was lurking in a couple of the scenes in the beginning before he died. So like he was like, he goes, I've been following you a long time, Pussy.
I liked that. It was really cool.
So yeah, it was
a great
cool.
way to introduce the character.
Oh yeah. So good, so good. Definitely Western. Like I said, definitely has a Western feel to this movie. For sure. Oh my goodness.
There isn't. I don't know. When was the last time you were like, oh, that was a good villain?
It's been a long time. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
And he wasn't even the real villain, though.
No, he wasn't the real villain. It was that big. What's his name again?
Jack Horner.
Jack Horner. Big Jack Horner. He was the real villain.
Yeah. They kind of had two villains in that movie, if you think about it.
Yeah.
In a way, it's like
in a way. In a way.
A mini subplot.
Right. Death was the mini subplot. But it was definitely, it was played well. Definitely a good movie. I watched a few other reviewers. The Channel Awesome The Nostalgia Critic is one that I like to watch sometimes.
Ah,
'Cause
I know a
he's just funny.
nostalgia
Yeah,
critic. I've heard
he's
of
just
him.
he's just a funny guy. So I watched his review on this movie, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's spot on. So
You should
if
watch
you
that
like,
actually.
you should. So if you haven't seen Nostalgia Critic review on Puss in Boots, you should watch it because it's spot on.
Oh, one.
Uh, a
Oh
lot of
yeah. No.
a lot of like what he says is like I don't know how to articulate well, because I don't have a script or anything, but he definitely puts it out there. Um, yeah. So the next point after music, which you gave music a point, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so did I. Is the allegory. The last thing do here at Inside the Booth, everybody knows that the allegory is what kind of makes us different from other reviewers, because allegory is basically what is the movie like? How can it pertain to us in life and our Christian walk with Jesus? Even if you're not a Christian, we still tell you anyways, and you'll hear from me about it. But oh yeah, go ahead. Tell us what you thought of the allegory, what you got out of it.
I mainly thought it was kind of Puss in Boots thinking he can escape death
Mhm.
when he really couldn't, or
Right. Everybody
and then he
dies.
realized, oh wait, this life's important. Maybe I should take it more seriously. I
Yeah,
thought that
that's
was
it.
pretty good.
Yeah, that is good. That is good.
Um,
And it's true, as he went through life like a cocky kitty cat,
a little careless.
yeah, a little careless, a little cocky, like he's his crap don't stink, And you got people out there like that too. It's like
Mhm.
I don't care, I'm invincible basically, without caring about other people, and only themselves. And in the end, he realizes that all he really needed was his friends, the people that cared about him, that he could care for, and not just this fame and glory and all
Yeah.
this stuff, And like you said, that he realized when he was fighting death that it was his friends that he needed. So it was like a
Yeah.
redemption arc for him, and that's when he told. That's when he tells Death. Basically, that's what happens when Death wants to kill him. He's like, I don't care as long as I was a good person for my friends,
Yeah.
So it's like he took away his own selfishness. Basically, he was like, I'm done being selfish for me. I want other people to have what they need. And then that's when, like I was saying earlier, that's when the wolf decided to say, hey, I don't see the cat that I saw before. What's going on?
Mhm.
You're not making this fun for me. I wanted to kill the cocky cat, But then he's like, well, since you learned your lesson, go live your life happy and free, basically. Such a simple concept.
But they
Yes,
set it up. They set it up for a great sequel.
they did. They did. But
They better. They better.
I like this how Corin says it's such a simple concept. It is. It's been done many times in movies, but that's another reason why it's great. It was a great movie. Basically, a
Yeah.
great
It
movie.
was a good
For sure.
story plot.
Yeah, and even though the concept was simple and the plot was, and toward the at the end was the redemption thing, the way they executed it was great. Just
Mhm.
the visuals were awesome. The way they came about to the end
I
was
like
it
how
was
bold
a
and
good story.
colorful all the
Mhm.
colors were. And I also liked it, like when it was like the Forbidden Forest. It was a total different color scheme and
Yeah,
vibrant
yeah,
colors towards the end. And I don't know, it
yeah.
was all good. It was
It
well
was, it
done,
was. And if you
well
look at
planned.
like right, and if you look at like Goldilocks and the Bears, Goldilocks was
Yeah,
very
I like
colorful.
them. Their characters too. I
Yeah,
like
that
how they
was a
did
good character.
Goldilocks, and she was like an orphan. She's like, oh, I had my family the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
loved
there's
it.
another allegory right there.
Yeah,
Is
there
that
you go.
for orphans, when you get adopted. No, I mean this doesn't always happen, but for her it did. When you're adopted into a family, that's she didn't want that family. She wanted her own family, basically.
Oh,
She
yeah.
wanted what she wanted, but toward the end, she's like, I guess this is the family that I needed all along, and
I
that's
can
another
so relate
great,
to that.
yeah, and this is another great allegory, to be honest. Even if it's not the main character's allegory, this is an offset, another allegory, and it's like, man, that was so, and it's very touching. For some reason, even the emotions in this movie, you can feel them. It's like, oh, you can feel for the characters, each character and when they finally figure out what they need and what their selfishness, they give up their selfishness, you can feel that, and you're like, oh man, that's so good. I mean, you kind of tear up a little bit. I know I did, but
when the mother bear is like, when she's kind of being rude, like Goldie was kind of being rude to the mother bear, I was kind of like, oh my god, stop it, I can't.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah,
like,
no,
you want
so
your
true.
own family, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's
and
just like,
and it was so,
right
and it
in the
was,
feels.
yeah, it did. And what was so nice was that the mama bear was like, you know what? Even though you have us, we'll help you get your wish because that's what you want. It shows that the mama bear loved her adopted child enough to say, okay, you can have your wish. Which in the end, obviously Goldilocks was like, oh, I guess this is the family I needed, and that instead of wanting something more. Hi, Mom. How you doing? My mom's here. So yeah, that was good too, for sure. I love that one too. Good, good allegory all around, for a lot of them. Yeah, I even like what's it?
Except for Jack Warner, he doesn't get one.
Yeah, no. Exactly. But what Kitty Softpaws, hers was trusting somebody. Hers was trust.
Trust
And that's
issues.
another.
Imagine
She had trust issues because Puss in Boots left her at the altar.
That's right.
So,
that's
right.
right.
And
I
her
think
wish
anybody
was,
would have trust issues after that.
and her wish was wanting to have somebody to trust. And then in the end, she had Puss in Boots and the dog that she could trust, and that was all without magic. And the dog was like, even foreshadowing this whole thing, the dog said that he didn't need a wish because he had all he needed was his two friends and himself, and he didn't need magic for that. He already had it. So that was
crazy.
that dog was the dog was foreshadowing what was going to happen basically at the end. You don't need a wish just to have what you need. It's so good, everybody. What a great movie. It was a good one. My mom was watching it a little bit with me earlier tonight, but we didn't finish it because this is my second time watching it.
Yeah, I kind of like skimmed through it today.
Yeah,
I watched it already, so I was just kind of going through the major points.
Yeah.
So,
what'd you guys think of this movie? If you've seen it, we know Corin said that him and his wife saw it already. So, and he said he liked it. Obviously, Phil said that he liked it. But you guys, if you haven't seen it, I wonder if Puss in Boots knows Garfield. Oh, because they're two, what are those cats called? The ginger tomcats or whatever. Oh, orange tabby cats. There you go. Yeah, that's right. Garfield is an orange tabby, isn't he? I used to love Garfield stuff when I was younger.
Me too.
I had all the little books.
When I was a kid,
I had all the books and everything. Watched the cartoons.
Drew Garfield.
Yeah,
Garfield
all the time. Was awesome. So did I. That's so funny. I drew him too. That's great.
It's fun to draw.
It is. He's a good character for sure. Yeah. So let us know what you guys thought about this movie. In the comment section below or in the chat. We're not leaving just yet, but we're almost at the end of this show. It's been 50 minutes. We're basically done talking.
I would give that
about it.
movie
Oh yeah, that's
10
right.
out of 10 for me. But
Yeah, I forgot. I have to tally up the tallies here. So out of 10 points, this movie does get 10 points from the both of us. About from Oya and I. This movie gets 10 points, which is really cool.
It was a good one.
It is a good movie.
It was nice to be like, oh, finally a good animation.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it in a while. I
You're
don't
right.
think they even. I think they were like, we're just gonna put it out, see what happens.
I think so
think it did
too.
good.
I think so too. Because they knew they didn't have any. It didn't. Yeah, they didn't have any woke stuff in there. It didn't seem like there was any agenda pushing stuff. It was just putting together a story and executing it the best they could.
Did you hear what happened with the Budweiser thing?
They lost a lot of money so far.
$6 million
Billion.
or 6 billion.
Yeah. I think it's over 6 billion now, because it's been a few days since last I saw. But yeah, oh man,
Probably
they're losing
7
money.
billion.
They're losing money.
Wow.
But yeah, everybody go check out this movie. Tell us, tell us what you think. We recommend it. So yeah, this is definitely go check it out. Good movie.
I hope they get a sequel. Sure. I hope they do a sequel. That's all.
It would be,
and I hope
if they can
dead.
top it. If they can top this, yeah, I would like a sequel. I would like a sequel for sure. If they could top.
Also, just real quick, last thing, I promise.
Yeah. Go for it.
I really liked how in the intro to the movie, DreamWorks had that little cut opening that they did, and it had like Shrek's, Trolls, a bunch of other like Disney, or not Disney, but DreamWorks movies.
Oh,
that
right.
They kind of combined it into their logo.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty cool. I haven't seen that before. Have they done that for other movies?
I don't know. I know like Marvel.
I don't think I've seen that before.
I know Marvel does like all the Marvel, stuff put together in their logo, and then it goes into the Marvel thing. But yeah, no, I haven't. I don't know if anyone's ever done that before.
I haven't seen it, but I noticed that a lot of the animated films they're putting little animated intros for little things. That's kind of cool. Because Mario did that too.
Yeah, they did. Oh, did you notice? Okay, one last thing about Mario, everybody. I know we're not talking about Mario, but one thing about Mario that I loved the best was the beginning of the movie. They paid homage to the Super Mario Bros. TV show back in like the 1980s or whatever it was. And that the song was in there. Super Mario. Do the Mario, oh man, that was like, oh my, I went back to 1990 when that show was out and I was watching that show. I was like, oh, I love it so much. Anyways, we'll do a Super Mario Brothers, review soon. Okay, everybody, just letting you know, it'll be done soon. I promise.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Thank you all for being here. We love you guys. May the Lord bless you all. And we thank you for being around. And just hope you guys come back next time. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and ding the bell for more notifications. Thanks everyone for being here again and again and again. And I'll keep saying thank you. I don't know why, because at the same time, I'm looking for a goodbye outro. I know there's one. I made one. Oh, here we go. It's me as Clint Eastwood saying goodbye, basically. So see you, everybody. And we'll talk to you again Tuesday night. Oh, well, this Tuesday night is girls' night. So go watch that. It's going to be a fun night. Tabitha's got a bunch of people on there. So it'll be cool. All right. So good night, everybody. We'll see you later.